This one, we got a judge that unleashes a harsh reality on a sovereign citizen who thinks he knows it all, but apparently doesn't know law. So let's go ahead and just jump into this. Shout out to Logan on law. Let's go ahead and see things unfold. Let's go. What's going down, everybody? It's your boy. We back for another one, and yes, we got another sovereign citizen in court. These are amazing because I'm just kidding. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see one win. I'm waiting to see one win. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not possible. So let's go ahead and just hit that dual screen. Again, shout out to Logan on Law. The original link's down in the description below if you want to watch this without my pretty face, and my beautiful voice. You dig? Let's go.
Get back in here. Sit down. What's your problem? Be quiet. Be quiet. Or I'll hold you in contempt of court. You might want to reconsider representing yourself, Mr. Colton.
Alright guys, today we have an idiot sovereign citizen in court, and this dude thought representing himself was going to be a good idea. Shocker, it wasn't. But the real fun starts when he decides to mock the judge on his way out, because let's just say, that did not end well for him. Judges have full authority to maintain order in their courtroom, and this judge was not about to let some idiot mock him on the way out. This one is just super entertaining, and I just love this judge because he doesn't put up with the BS. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let me know in the comments if you guys think the judge was too harsh in this one or not.
Court is now calling City of Pontiac.
Let's find out.
Philip Colton.
Shout out to Logan.
23 TRD 802. Good morning. Mr. Colton, did you understand all of the rights
an Eagles fan.
and plea options I explained to everyone?
For the most part, if I'm not wrong, I am entitled to a crash report or an accident report, I should say.
Well, if you're not wrong, then you want to plead not guilty today, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, and that can be obtained by you and or your attorney from the law director or the prosecutor's office.
I have asked, I've went to records and it is not available.
Okay, well, we can deal with that later.
Okay.
This is your initial appearance hearing. Did you have any questions about the rights and plea options I explained to you earlier?
No, sir.
Did you receive a copy of this traffic citation that was issued on November 4th, 2020?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, you are charged with one count of stopping after or failing to stop after an accident or leaving the scene of a crash or accident. A violation of section 335.12A1 of the Pontiac City Ordinances. If you're convicted of this offense, it's first degree misdemeanor. If you're convicted of this offense, you face a maximum 6 months in jail and a maximum fine of $1,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Also, if there is anyone who is damaged as a result of your actions and you're convicted of this offense, the court could order restitution, order you to pay restitution to that victim of up to $5,000. Do you understand that as a possible consequence? Finally, if you're convicted of this offense, you face a minimum license suspension of 6 months up to a maximum 3 years. So do you understand that as a possible consequence?
That's up to 3 years?
And how do you wish to plead to this charge? The court will accept your not guilty plea. Are you asking the court to consider appointing an attorney to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, will you be retaining an attorney?
Yes, sir. I'll be representing myself.
Bruh.
That's not a wise thing, Mr. Colton, to represent yourself. You're not an attorney. You don't know the legal processes.
That is exactly what he's saying is the exact reason why me personally would not want to represent myself. Even if I couldn't afford an attorney, I'll go ahead and take your court-ordered attorney. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take that dude over my own brain. You know what I'm saying? In this court situation, I don't know enough of that court mumbo-jumbo lawyer jargon nonsense bullshit to be able to be like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and actively and, efficiently represent myself. Like, come on, bro. We've seen too many of these cases go wrong.
So I
do have that right, though, right?
You sure
You do.
Sir.
Okay.
You do.
So you wish to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
This is where it's about to go downhill for this guy. I seriously don't understand why you wouldn't want a lawyer in this situation. unless the sovereign citizen community convinced you otherwise, like, this dude is literally facing time behind bars, and
Facts.
representing yourself almost never ends well.
Nope.
Fun fact, studies show that defendants who represent themselves are convicted at way higher rates than those with legal
I would say what,
representation.
99% of the time?
Like over 80%, and that's just with self-represented felony defendants. Like 80% guilty rate, like it is actually insane, and I don't know why anybody in their right mind would do it. But hey, maybe he thought Google University had his back here. If any of you guys in the comments have any explanation why somebody would represent themselves in this situation, let me know, because honestly, it makes zero sense to me. Like, statistically too, it makes no sense. Let's dive back in.
They're just dumb. You're either so stupid that you're just
write
like,
English
I'm gonna do it myself, or you're a sovereign
Provide you a
citizen, which
document. It's
most of them
entitled
tend to be
Waiver
pretty
of
dumb. So
Counsel. Take a few minutes to read it. If you find it acceptable, you can sign and date at the bottom.
this is one of those situations where you could still apply
Court finds the defendant
one of the
has
things we say all the
executed in
time.
open court the
Shut up
written
and
waiver of
comply.
counsel
Get you a goddamn
document.
lawyer.
In
Shut
this
your
case,
dumb ass up
Mr.
and be
Bolton
good.
has
Just show up to court.
decided to represent himself, so he will be pro se. Okay, Mr. Colton, I do not have a written bond recommendation from the prosecutor or law director, as this was a citation issued by the police officer, so I have to ask you a few questions. Do you live, the ticket has you at 5 West Main?
Yes,
What's the apartment number?
37,
37 in Conneaut. How long have you lived there? 4 years? See, Mr. Colton has no prior criminal history in this court. And his last traffic violation was back in 2008. Mr. Colton does not represent to be a flight risk. I will set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal recognizance. And I will set this case for a pretrial conference in the near future. You're being released on your own recognizance, Mr. Colton. You're going to go, when you leave the courtroom, you're going to go to the clerk's window. They're going to give you a date and time for your next hearing. That will be the only notice you receive from the court, so make sure you put it on your calendar. If you fail to appear for that hearing, I'll revoke your bond, and then I'll issue a bench warrant for your arrest, okay?
Boom, plain and
You
simple.
could also, the city of Conneaut, have $5,000 if you're found, if you aren't here when you're supposed to be here. Do you understand?
yes,
Do you have any questions for me?
yes, I do.
Okay, I am not your attorney. I am not your legal advisor. So if you're going to ask me, like you're not the first one who's going to ask me legal questions. I cannot answer your legal question, only procedure. So you have any procedural questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
I would like to know why I am not getting an accident report.
Mr. Colton, you're going to represent yourself. There are what we call rules of discovery. So I would advise you to talk
go
to the
learn.
prosecutor or
Right.
law director's office, which is across the hall, and then they'll provide that to you.
Is there a reason you can't?
This is where we get into the situation
I'm the judge.
where a non-lawyer isn't familiar with the procedures. The court doesn't provide discovery. Discovery is exchanged between the parties.
How come the records office will not give me a copy?
Talk to the law director's office. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Get back in here.
Sir, get back in court.
Bruh.
Sit down.
This judge's page. I thought dude was gonna do some like extra shit, but the simple just annoying aspect of the whole dude, the judge, you what? You just dupe me, mom? It's like he almost booped him on the nose with that shit. Come on, bro. That judge was like, hell no.
What's your problem?
I believe I'm getting railroaded.
You just pled not guilty to a charge. I found you not guilty. I've accepted the not guilty plea. Be quiet! Be quiet! or I'll hold you in contempt of court. Now, why do you feel railroaded? Because you went to the police department and asked for a copy of the report. You went to the wrong office. And any attorney would know that.
Right.
You go to the law director's office, which is prosecuting this case. And you don't get it from the court. Any attorney knows that. You might want to reconsider representing yourself, Mr. Colton. Okay.
Well, then you better learn some
You
law
have
real
any
goddamn
other noises
quick.
you want to make before you leave this courtroom? Then get out of here without making a noise.
Yes.
Buddy just felt so small. I ain't even mad at the judge,
Somebody
bro.
needs to check this guy's pants ASAP.
Facts.
Because there's
He
just no
shit
way
himself.
he walked out of that courtroom as confident as he walked in it. I also feel like the
no.
judge might have gone a little bit overboard here.
Nah,
but
no,
honestly,
Logan.
I kind of get it. Being
No,
a judge
Logan.
isn't easy, and dealing with people like this guy every single day has got to be exhausting. I mean,
It would be different if he turned around, made him come back in, and was like, you know what? Now you're contempt of court. No. He didn't do that. He made him come back, sit down. He made him feel so goddamn small by basically just reiterating in layman's terms, basically giving him kindergarten terminology to say, you're not a lawyer. Any lawyer would know where to go get this information that you're requesting and sitting here being so upset about. But the fact that you're not a lawyer is why you're upset. So you need to go ahead and check yourself and your emotions because it's not going to help you in this situation. You simply made a mistake that you're trying to put on me and this court, and I'm not going to allow it. I told you where to go, so I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to tell you why you need to go there because you're dumb. So maybe you shouldn't represent yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, judge. You know what I'm saying? You see what? My bad, judge. I walk out quiet, judge. Walk out with my head down, judge. I'm gonna go get me an attorney, judge.
these sovereign citizens really think they've cracked some secret legal code, but all they do is just waste the court's
They just
time.
piss
At
off the
some point,
judges
a
and
judge is
police
bound to
officers.
snap, and this guy just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But seriously, what is even up with these sovereign citizens insisting on defending themselves? Like,
'Cause
if
they're
you're facing
stupid.
jail time, why wouldn't you want an actual lawyer? I get that public defenders may not be perfect, but they still know the law better than someone who got their legal
Facts.
advice from the internet. I mean, statistically,
Facts.
like I said, self-represented defendants almost always lose, and yet these guys keep trying the same thing, expecting a different result every time. Like, we all know how it's gonna end, but these people just keep trying it. I really
They
just
do.
can't wrap my mind around it, but I'm gonna wrap it up
Facts.
here. This one was
Facts. I agree with that, Logan. Shout out to Logan on Law. That was another wonderful video, another beautiful breakdown by my guy. But yeah, man, that shit was is another perfect example of why you just shut up, comply, keep your hands to yourself, and always get you a goddamn lawyer, even if it's a public defender, because they at least understand more of the mumbo jumbo lawyer jargon bullshit that you don't. You know what I'm saying? Just because you want to interpret things your way does not mean that the court interprets it that way. And that's what people need to understand. It does not matter how you want to interpret things all the time. Sometimes you just need to live in reality and just play by the game. You know what I'm saying? Play by the rules of the game, baby. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But the reality is that you're not going to do a whole lot to change the game. So learn how to play it. And then, things go a little bit better. You dig? Anyways, shut up, comply, keep your hands to yourself. Always get an attorney. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.